Hmm. I don't know about this hat, guys. I'm not really feeling it, but you know what? I'm rocking it right now. I look like Indiana Jones, but you know what? This is the comic book community shout out show. Thank you, everyone in the house right now. A bunch of people are in the house. Damn it, I just left my glasses in the living room. But you know what? I'm gonna switch the hats because I don't like that hat. There it is. I like this one better. So I want to say what's going on to the comic book community, YouTube community, all the folks that are into comics and all that good stuff. Thank you once again for hanging out. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to end the year strong, man. Happy holidays to everyone out there. And you know what, man? Yo, we got a special guest coming on, man. You already know who he is. If you got comics in your mind, that's a good thing because it should be in your mind. And damn it, I need my glass. Hey, babe, can I get my glasses? I sound like Will Ferrell and what's that movie called? Old School. Let's see if she gets up. Probably not. So I'm gonna stand up and get my glasses. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. But this is the comic book community shout out show. I got my glasses, babe. Thank you. Okay, we're back. Got the glasses, man. I cannot leave out the glasses because, now I can see the chat popping. So, this is what we do, man. Every Sunday, 4 o'clock, man, we go out there, I go out there and try to find small channels, whatever it is, man. Put out great content for the comic book community. And even though it may be a small channel, guys, that may put out comic hauls, but you know what? They take the time to put the video out there. So you know what? They need to be acknowledged for what they're doing. So I just need to say that real quick. And I have my book here, guys. I have this book here that I have a bunch of channels, and I'm just gonna probably pick randomly certain channels that I've forgotten to mention on the show. And the open invite, if you want to jump on, send me at Instagram, email. If you want to jump on for a few minutes, man, because I gotta watch a football game, man. We got the Cowboys and the Eagles, man. I gotta watch this game. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna jump into the chat, and then we're gonna bring our special guest. The guy is a cool homie, man. Cool homie from Oakland, California, from the Bay Area. He is coming in at 139 subscribers. Stay tuned for him. I'm going to acknowledge the chat, mention one channel, and then our brother is coming on the show. But right now, let's see who's in the house from the very beginning. Z Collect. What's going on, man? What's going on, Z Collect? He said, yo, Rod, man, I got notification bell on. Thank you, sir. I really do appreciate that. C3 Comics, what's up? Perry Comics, my member of the Comic Triple Threat. That's what we do every Tuesday. You already know that. There the notification bells are on. And we got, let's see here, Vangelian Vigilante, Thurston, my brother. What's going on? John Comics with Kids. What's up, man? Bunch of people in the house. I need to mention, man, the super chat is open. I'm trying to upgrade this crappy ass mic. So if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to. You're not obligated to. You don't have to. But I'm just saying, if you want to donate 50 cents, do it. But anyway, let's keep it going here. Metarog, what is going on? Metarog in the house. Crazy Guy Comic Song, Too Crazy in the house. What is going on? We got Dylan. Dylan was in the house last night We rocked out. We had a great time. We went about 3 hours, should I say. My homie Dan, the ruler of all the Piercy's comics, he was in the house. Dan is a great homie in the comic book community. Thank you so much for coming on the show last night. Let's see. Hi, Elia Comics. Dímelo, bro. ¿Qué pasa, man? Dímelo, bro. If you want to come on, shoot me a message on Instagram, and that's how we do, man. Come on the show. And we got that old comic smell. You know what? An awesome homie in the comic book community. We got Stay Puft 1983. Sean is awesome, man. Been hanging out with the Conquistador, doing shows and stuff like that. It's amazing, man. It is amazing what they're doing. Oh, damn. We got Chad Nutty MF Comics in the house. He had a newborn. You know what? But he's hanging out with us right now. His wife's probably said, you know what? Go out there, man. Hang out with the comic book community. Awesome, man. Thank you, Chad, for hanging out with us. Robert, the G-Spot God of it. What is up, Robert? Thank you for hanging out, man. Really do appreciate this. We got people just jumping on, man. Yo, Discovery Bay, thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate the super chat. Let's keep it going here, man. Don't forget, we got a special guest coming on. Comics on my mind. You know what? If comics on your mind, that's why you're here. Let's keep it going. And we got shout outs to give out, man. I got 5 of them. Oh, man. Jeez. Fire Davis, what's up, man? Let's see. Scrolling down the chat. You gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh when you see stuff like this, man. Thank you, Perry, so much, man. Agus Ramos, dímelo, bro. ¿Qué pasa, man? Gracias for hanging out on the show, man. 1-2 Comic Talk in the house. They're booked to come on the show in February, I believe. So, man, stay tuned for that. We got Lady Fantastic, Discovery Bay Comics, one of the greatest homies in the comic book community this year. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Good Lord, man. I hope I'm not missing anyone. But you know what? What you got to do right now, if everyone is watching this, man, all you got to do, man, is check their channels out. Click their channels and subscribe and like and all that good stuff. But at number one, before I bring in our homie, he's a fairly new homie in the comic book community, but I need to acknowledge one channel, man. Metarog. It's been around forever, man. Metarog is coming in on Tales of the Tapes, or Tales, you know, how you do in wrestling, MMA. But Tales, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't even gonna try it, man. But coming in at 935 subscribers, Metarog Roger is a cool homie in the comic book community. He has a channel, and also you can find him on Instagram, man. He just does great stuff, and he's always supporting the comic book community, man. What he does is usually a video every Tuesday on some aspect of older comic books. He's been collecting comics for over 45 years, which is older than me. But you know what? He has been doing this and supporting the comic book community. But you know what? He really does appreciate, all of us, man. So not only that, he does like these whole, how you say it, those no face videos, and then he points out everyone that's doing these giveaways and stuff like that. It's dope. But enough talking, because I know people want to see comics on my mind. So let's get to it. And here he is.
Yo, it's your boy Mindshift, aka Comics on the Mind, and we are here with the shout out King Rod. And if you're here, you probably have Comics on the Mind. What's up, chat? I am truly honored to be able to come on to the show and shout it out with you guys. What's up?
Awesome, man. It's pretty dope, man. Thank you for you to accept the invite to hang out with us right now on this comic book community shout out show. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Edwin, for the 199. But you know what? CTT in the house, and we'll do a show Tuesday, man. Don't forget there is a Tuesday show, and it's gonna be Edwin's birthday.
What's up,
So
Discovery Bay? Oh, sorry.
no, it's good, bro. That's how we do, man. That's how we do. It's a bunch of things we want to talk about, man. You know, if anyone never seen comics on my mind, yo, I'll give you a little time right now if you want to talk about your channel and stuff like that. Let them know.
Okay, I'm fairly new into the YouTube community, so I don't have too many videos out there. But if you check out my IG, Mindshift, I've been in the community for a minute. Like I was like a lurker, just like posting my comic books and just like checking out everybody's like great content. And then as I got more confidence, like I started putting more videos out there, and now I'm like actually like posting stuff on YouTube now, and I'm like in the community, and it's been really embracive. Like everybody is so welcoming. So I love it. It goes beyond just comic books. This comic books was just a way to connect us. But you guys have like become like family to me. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you know what? And that's the cool thing about it because it's like, you know what? Is we're out here talking about comic books and stuff like that, and we're gonna talk about just certain characters, underrated and favorite characters and stuff like that. We're gonna get to it, man. And also, if you want to jump on the show right now, all you gotta do is send me a message on Instagram, send me your email, and then you can jump on. We could talk about a certain comic book you was digging or whatever it is. But you know what? So let's talk about it right now. Actually, I want to do a few questions, man, before we talk about all that good stuff.
Go ahead and shoot.
So, man, how you came up with the comics on my mind?
Well, I honestly, I just talked to a bunch of people that I was like really close to in the community, and a lot of people gave me like really good ideas, and they were just like, "Hey, comics on the mind," or comics or mind shift comics. So there were so many great suggestions, but I forget what homie in the community like told me like just do comics on the mind. It might have been Angball, aka Josh. I don't know if you guys follow him in the community on Instagram. He's a really good brother. Like he's become like one of my brothers. And I think he's actually one of the dudes that suggested the name, and I rolled with it. The name Mindshift, it just came from like pretty much shifting people's mindset. So like I love like people perspectives and different everybody has different ways of thinking, and those different ways of thinking will be able to shift your way of thinking. And so I'm always looking to shift someone's perspective or shift their conscious way of thinking. So if that
That's
makes sense.
that is pretty dope, man. I like how you say
Yeah.
the word shifting because that is a good thing, man. Because we
Yeah.
have our daily lives and stuff like that, but we shift into comics or whatever stuff that we need to you know distract us from this crazy ass
Yeah.
world. But we
I
have
agree.
comic book G Spot. Thank you, sir. He said thank you. Oh, well, thank you for the super chat. Should I say? He said, brother,
G man.
love your comics on the mind. Awesome comic community member. Thumbs thumbs up to everyone. Man, I got one bad eye, so I'm trying to just do
It's
my
all
thing
good.
here. But you know what, man? This is what we do, man. We're hanging out with amazing people in the chat. And actually, at number two, I want to give a quick shout out. We can hang out with our homie right now, man. He is he hangs out at the park showing out his comic books, which is dope. You can see him on Instagram, man. He puts out these videos out. It's dope, man. That's the coolest thing about it. It's like he's out there hanging out with the nature and just it's like it's like just probably decompressing. I would say if it was me, I'd be hanging out the park, just relaxing, man. So that's the way I was. I'll look at your videos and I'm like, man, I wish I could do stuff like that, you know. But the park is like right across the street. But I want to do it, man. But pretty dope what you're doing. But at number two, we got Alex Big Blue at 133 33 subscribers. Find him on Instagram right now, man. It's a simple channel, guys. It's a simple channel. He does comic haul videos with some these. Oh God, my wife. I'm not gonna say what just happened. I love you, Big. That's all I gotta say. And all I gotta say is boobies. That's it. That's it. And oh,
Dun dun
good lord,
dun.
Big, I got a show to do. You want to say hi to the combo community? I think she is. Here she comes. No, you gonna come here and say hi? Uh, She's messing. She's messing with me, man. I don't spend that much time with the wife. You guys already know what's going on. But you know what? She's just messing around. But Alex Big Blue, 132 school. I can't even focus, man. I can't. Comics on my mind, man. I can't, man. This is what happens when she comes in the house. But you know what? These small channels deserve a shout out. Like I just mentioned, Alex Big Blue, 132 subscribers. And even though it's a small channel, they put out, even though it's a how should I say, even the comic hall or whatever. But people may look at it like, oh, another comic hall video or another comic book review video. But Alex Big Blue, he wants to show off his books. So that's the thing, man. We support each other no matter what. And for that, Alex Big Blue gets a shout out. You can find him on Instagram, like I just mentioned. So, it's one of those things. Either you like the comic halls and stuff like that, you give them a thumbs up. If not, just move on to the next channel. Because there's certain people out there that just go out there and just want to just give thumbs down for whatever. But you know what? You don't have to do that, man. You don't have to do that. If you don't like it, just move on to the next channel and so forth. With that being said, I'm gonna jump into the chat, man. It's popping here, man. Let's see who we got. And
What's up, Chad?
don't forget, man, our special guest right now is the homie. Comics on my mind is a freaking positive energy person. He is dope, man. If you never seen him before, here he is, man. Here he is. If you have any questions, we haven't even got started to the show, man. But if you have any questions, drop it right now. We got glitter adopted, Lady Fantastic, Chaos in Comics. Um, we mentioned we got Steve Whiting in the house, man. Steve Whiting in the house. Marquise Roberts in the house. Thank you so much, guys. We really do appreciate your time hanging out on the comic book community shout out show, man. So,
Appreciate you guys.
yo, man, we were talking about underrated characters, favorite characters, and you mentioned to me. That's why I made a thumbnail. Puck. Puck.
Oh yeah, Puck.
I didn't know too much about him until a friend of mine messaged me and said he was in Mortal Hulk recent comic books. So
He was when it was good. He really was, and I was excited about to like actually see him in that run because I'm like, oh my gosh, they threw him in, and he is like real talk an underrated character. But like when you look into his character, like he doesn't have no superpowers. Like he's just like a dwarf, and he's running with like super powered like individuals and kicking butt. And like this is like, sorry to like take over. This is like one of
No,
my favorite issues. I love Alpha Flight. Speaking of underrated like teams, Alpha Flight is awesome. One of my favorite series. One of the favorite runs I first started collecting. But like Puck in this run, like he was like almost cut in half in the previous issue. So he's like in the hospital, but he's like so witty and smart. He's like starts to discover like this drug run that's going on in this in this series, and he's still kicking butt when he's like almost chopped in half. And like I mean he doesn't have any superpowers. He can't heal. Like I'm sure they have like some that they can give him to help him heal faster, but like he's just like a human, like a regular human, with acrobatic skills. So super underrated, and I'm just as hairy as this brother right here. So I love him. He's cool. He's awesome.
it's funny because like I was like
Super underrated.
I was like searching online because it was something that I never thought about. When you mentioned underrated, that was like something that was like, and then I pull up my tablet and I was like looking at certain characters, and there was one out there, and uh, actually I had to mention it because Perry did a video on it. Dead Man. Dead Man was a character that people don't talk about, even though Tom King did a great run on it. But Dead Man was kind of neat, and if you want to know
Oh
more
yeah.
about it, go and check out Perry Comics. He probably has it on his playlist. It was dope, man. It was dope. Nice little story on it, but just one of those things, man, where it's like certain characters, you don't hear about, man. But then you got plenty more, man. We could keep the list going on here. I was talking to my wife, and I was like,
Oh, I got
"What?
a whole bunch of them.
You got a whole bunch? What you got, brother?"
Oh, I can keep on going. Here's another one that's like super underrated. Wonder Man from the Avengers. Like this is one of my like other favorite underrated characters. Like I wanted to see him in the MCU. I like because he was like one of the reasons why like Vision got created. And so he's like super powerful. Like I loved him in like West Coast Avengers, which was one of my favorite runs also, and super underrated. Like awesome character. We need to see more of him. Wonder
Nice,
Man. Yeah. So
nice.
I love him. I started collecting a bunch of those like old school like 300 issues of Avengers, and I was like, oh, who is this dude? And then I found out about West Coast Avengers, and I'm like, oh man, he's like super sad on like nobody really like talks about him a lot. And like my grail, I think it's like Avengers number 8, he pops in his first appearance and the death of him. I gotta get that. That's one of the books that I'm trying to hunt for.
And actually, we were texting back and forth. You said one of your favorite characters. We could talk about, you know, what we're talking about right now. But what are your favorite characters? Is the thing.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
so
Good
that's
old Ben
pretty good.
Grimm. Yeah, yeah. Ben Grimm is hold on, I got some books over here that I put to the side. Ben Grimm is really he's I wouldn't say he's underrated, but he's underappreciated. I feel like everybody thinks of the Fantastic Four and they think of like Mister Fantastic and Sue Storm and the Human Torch, but nobody really talks about Ben. And he's got like a dark past, from the streets. And came back up, became a football player, went to college, and then he overcame a lot, and so I love Ben Grimm. Any cover that I can get my hand with him on it.
Oh wow, that is nice, man.
Oh yeah.
Good
I
God.
still don't have issue number 40, 46, First Black Bolt. Speaking of Black Bolt, that's another one of my favorite characters. The Silent King. if he could speak, he could destroy the whole planet. But he keeps silent. So I love Black Ball. I love like Ben, but Ben Grimm is like one of my all time favorites. Like he's going through some dark times. Like this was a very dark issue where it was like suicidal, and he's like, I'm done. And I've been there. I deal with depression all the time, and it's comic books and just the people in this community that keep me afloat. Because I think a lot of us all deal with like not to bring it into like you know this kind of conversation, but I think it's important for us to like address that because a lot of us go through a lot of stuff, dark times, and comic books has been one of those ways of us, like you said, de-stressing or getting over some of those issues.
But that's the thing,
So
man. That's why we do this stuff and we hang out with the comic community
yeah,
because even though everyone sees me as this guy Roderick and stuff like that, but my wife is here. She's here for probably a few minutes. She just left out the door, and she says she got to go buy something. But she's gonna walk in and leave and go take care of her mom, which is my mother-in-law. But that's what we do, man. Is one of those things.
yeah.
This is an escape for us to hang out and clear our minds and just talk about, you know, what the heck are you growling at? There's nothing. It's a piece of paper. Stop it. Good Lord. But you know what? That's what we do, man. And I want to give a quick shout out to let's see here. We got Canadian comic collector coming in at 749. The homeboy has a bunch of knowledge on, you know, comic reviews, and he has a bunch of trades and hardcover back books and stuff like that. And he'll grab a book and he'll just flip through the pages, and he got some amazing omnibus. I don't have any in my collection, but those things are like real thick. I don't even know would I buy one to have in my collection, but if you're into all that stuff, but you know what? Canadian comic collector, 749. There it is right now, man. All right, so we keep it
Awesome.
going here. Yeah, man. Certain channels, if you never heard of them before. So
I've
there it
never
is,
heard of
man.
these guys.
Metarog 935 was at number one. We got Alex Big Blue at 132, and the co- Canadian comic collector 749. What we gotta do is get Metarog over 1K is the main key, man. Let's do this.
Metarog. I love that dude. Because
Yeah,
a lot of the times I like just interacted with people in the chats, and he's a very very cool dude, and I love seeing that issue with the kid who had seven, his Christmas holiday, like
man. Yes.
Metarog. He deserved that. He deserved that. So I appreciate you, Metarog.
All right, so we'll keep it going here, man. I got a bunch of notes, man. I got a bunch of notes
Man
here.
thing.
It's a mess, but like I mentioned earlier, if anyone wants to jump on, all you gotta do is send me a message on Instagram because you see this red book right here, man. This book here has a bunch of channels, and I want everyone to see it too because it's people that needs a shout out. It goes on and on and on, and I write them down. People think it's easy job. No, it's not an easy job because I want to do my homework. So this is what we do, man. This is what we do right now. We're hanging out with comics on my mind. I want to say thank you so much for hanging out. And right now there was someone in the house
No
very
problem, brother.
Gary Comics. What is going on, man? This homeboy got some serious comic collection. So there he is. Check him out if you
Ooh.
want to.
What's
But
up, Gary?
yeah, man, cool stuff, cool stuff. All right, so let's keep it going here, man. I'm trying to get back in focus, man. Bunch of stuff going on here. So do do you remember your first comic book you ever purchased, sir?
Hmm. And that's an interesting question because like that goes into like the whole origin story of collecting. Like, where did you start off collecting? I remember reading a lot of like those Archie books and Sonic the Hedgehog books and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like Archie books. Like when I was a kid, because those were the books that my mom would, she would see and buy for us. Sometimes we would go to the flea market and grab books from there every once in a while, but those books I used to read, and then like when I was in high school and middle school, I used to collect a lot of like I used to watch a lot of anime, and I read a lot of mangas, and so I was reading comic book comic like that was Japanese comic books, but it was really a couple years ago when I was teaching this comic book class for because I'm an after school teacher, and I teach a bunch of enrichment courses like STEM and like a bunch of art classes. And one of the art classes I was teaching at the time was a comic book class where they had to do storyboarding, character development, their own characters. They came up with their own story, their bio. A lot of the kids hadn't read comic books, so I was just going to the flea market and buying a bunch of books, like give me whatever I can cheap, and to be able to like show the kids like reference, like these are some comic books you probably haven't read, and then I like started reading the stories. I'm like, these are really good, and so like the New Mutants and Alpha Flight and all these like dollar bin books that you can get cheap, and that's why I always even on my Instagram it's like I'm a collect to read person. Like I have some key issues on my wall, but I've read them all. Like I'm not as I don't wear the gloves. Like G-Man, I love you, brother, but I don't really have to put my gloves on. Maybe I should take better care of my books. But I'm more of a like a low grade person. In terms of collecting, but yeah, that's kind of where my journey was as a collector.
And that was one question I was gonna ask you. Whether do you like the slag comic books or the raw comic books? And I see behind you, you got a bunch of stuff that is.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually interested. Like, shout out to John, my soul brother. He's seeing all his books getting slabbed. Like, really inspired me to get some of my books slabbed. Because I'm at a point as a collector where, like, my pull list it gets expensive, and so I'm like, I gotta have to start like investing in money towards like to be able to afford my pool, so I can be able to my other expenses. So I'm trying to get some books sent off to CGC and get them. I have a homie in the community. Shout out to comics billionaire, comic book billionaire. He's a really good presser. And I'm probably gonna send him a couple books to press and clean, and then my local comic shop, Cape and Cowl Comics. Shout out to y'all. They do CGC's drop off, so I'm gonna probably go through them and get my first couple books CGC. So but I only have like one like slab, and I won that in a giveaway. So in its first Nitro.
You say you won that in the giveaway?
Yeah, I wanted a giveaway from one of the community members. So it was like a bunch of that and a bunch of books. I don't really do the raffles, even though they're tempting.
Yeah, I don't do no raffle stuff, and every now and then
No, you can't do it.
like I'll join like a giveaway or participate in a giveaway. I usually don't win, but you know what? I'd rather do a giveaway and let people win stuff because it's I feel good when I set something up for the community. So,
Yeah, no, I agree.
all right. So, do you have any signed
I'm
comic book?
just
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
um I no, go ahead. No, it's all good. I have like two books signed, and they're like Scotty Young is one of my favorite like cover artists. Um, and I have one book signed by him, and that was I bought that from someone in the community. But I've never gotten like books signed. I'm interested. I definitely want to have some books signed. Definitely want to see if I can get my hands on some books signed by Jason Aaron. He's one of my favorite writers, and Dan Slott. Dan Slott's a pretty good. Like I was telling you, Superior Spider-Man is one of my like all-time favorite runs because for a while I was collecting like Silver Age, Bronze Age, like old school books. I wasn't really like diving into any of the modern day books, but when I bought those from a homie in the community, G Easy. I don't know if you guys are following him on Instagram, cool brother. But I bought his whole Superior Spider-Man run, and that fell in love with it. You know, some people love that one. You know, some people love Dan Slott, some people not so much. You know, I heard his Spider-Man run wasn't as great as his Superior Spider-Man run, but to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. I'm looking at the chat right now. I want to acknowledge a few more people. We got Marquise Roberts in the house. What's going on? And I think I mentioned 1 2 Comic Talk. What's up? They'll be in the house in February. Lady Fantastic, Chaos and Comics. And let's see here. Hunter Thomas in the house. What's up? With that being said, let's see who I have in my list. We're gonna jump down. We're gonna mention from the top to the bottom. We got Metarog coming at 935 subscribers. Find him on Instagram under the same name. Great homie in the comic book community, and he puts out great stuff out there. And if you want to find out, who's giving away books and stuff like that, and giveaways, he does his uh, amazing videos, man, amazing videos. So check him out. Let's get him over 1K. We have him. We have Alex Big Blue, 132 subscribers. It's a simple channel, guys. There's a bunch of channels out there, like I just mentioned, that put out, just comic hauls and want to show off their stuff. But you know what? It's dope, man, because that's how I started, and that's what we're doing right now. So let's keep it going here. We got Canadian comic collector at 749 subscribers, man. Great channel, man. Got a bunch of reviews, and not only that, man. He just these omnibus books, man. These things are massive. I don't have not even one. Do you have one of those?
No, I follow a dude in the community, Clarence. He does reviews on YouTube as well, and that's all he buys is like omnibuses, and like those are nah too expensive for me. Even though like it could be argued like if you're trying to collect like Jonathan Hickman's like Fantastic Four, like if buying those individual is probably going to be more than buying like an omnibus. You know what I mean? But I don't know. To each their own. Like I'm trying to get like the single issues. Even though I do have a couple of trades, like Infinity, like that was like one of my favorite reads. You know, Hickman is like I said, he's a beast.
Yeah, he's been busy, man. He's been busy for sure. But right now we got coming in at number 4. We have the Lunchbox TV at 152 subscribers. You can find this channel on Instagram under the same name. What they do, man, is there's a weekly geeky pop culture, do comic stuff, and they want to review, games and stuff like that. But you know what? Here's the thing, man. You can find them on FTV on your local cable provider every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Pretty dope, man. Talking about
That's
comic
pretty
books,
cool.
talking about movies. It's dope, man. It's different. I was like, what the heck? But they have Twitter, Facebook, and all that good stuff. So check them out. The Lunchbox TV, 152 subscribers. Find them on Instagram, like I just mentioned. Coming in at number 4, man. That's it right there. And let's keep it going here, hanging out with our special guest. I want to say thank you so much, man, for hanging out with us right now. Um, is I'm excited, man, for you to be on the show, man. You bring out so much positive energy to the comic community. I think everyone noticed that. It's dope, man. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for accepting the invite. Really do appreciate that. Different time zones, guys. Different time zones. So it's dope, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the community. You guys help me feel comfortable because even though as expressive and funny and communicative as I am, like I'm very shy. Like you can hear me tripping over my words sometimes, but like it's you guys that help me feel like to be myself. So I appreciate you guys.
Don't worry, cause I always I stumble between my words too, man, all the time. That's because I get so excited, and
Same here.
I want to talk, man. That's the thing, and then that's why I don't do too many edit videos because I'd rather just go live and if people want to see this real stuff, and there it is, man. This is what I do, and and it may be off the rails at times. Usually it is, but that's a fun thing about it, man. So if you guys have any questions right now, we're hanging out with our homie. Yo, bring the questions. I have 5 questions. We call it the rapid fire, man. But before that, there's a TV show, man. We were talking back and forth. You mentioned Doom Patrol. Doom
Ooh,
Patrol
yes. Doom Patrol.
is
Yes, that's
fire, man.
it is very fire. I've been loving it. Like it's actually got me into like looking into like some Silver Age like Doom Patrol books because I never read the series, didn't know like what it was about, but then like jumping into the series, like man, this is really good. Like outcast superheroes trying to be superheroes, they don't care about being like super, but they start to discover how super they really are. And it's a lot of twists and turns, and it's a really good show. It kept me watching, and I have like ADHD, so I'm like all over the place, and it takes a lot for a show to like keep me focused, and that show kept me in every episode. So I love it.
Yeah, it is a show that you mentioned where, um, like my wife got into it like towards the middle of like the whole series and stuff like that, and she was like, "Oh man, this is cool," but I'm telling you right now, that chick, Crazy Jane,
Yes, I love
dude,
her.
I was
She is
like, she's
awesome.
hot, she's hot,
Her,
she's hot, and I think my wife agrees with me too because before she walked out the door, we were talking, and we keep on talking about Doom Patrol. But I was just like, what are your favorite characters?" She was like Daredevil. I was like, okay, I know that. How about another one? She was like Electra, and I was like, why Electra? And she said she's hot, and I was like, all right, I see, I see where this is going. So she likes hot chicks, and Electra and Crazy Jane are dope, man. Crazy Jane
yeah,
is
totally
awesome.
agree. Yeah, that whole show is pretty cool, and it's just, you get a piece of like everybody's like backstory, and I mean I didn't even know like Cyborg was a part of Doom Patrol before he joined the Justice League, so that was a good little piece of history for me. So and because he kind of felt like he was like you know an outcast too,
Yeah.
so really good show, definitely.
Right. Nice, man. It's just a bunch of stuff, man. I know our time is crunch right now. A bunch of things are going on, but we got a shout out to give to Old Man Comic Guy coming in right now at 163 subscribers. You can find him on Instagram as well, man. It's a no face channel, but you know what? He hasn't dropped a video in a month or so. But you know what? You want to go out there and check out his comic haul videos. But he has this voice to him, man. It's dope when you hear the voice. And not only that, he's got some nice music playing in the background. But it's a great channel. I think you will enjoy it. So feel free to check out Oh man, comic guy, that's what he does. What it sounds like that, man. Something like that.
Oh,
Yo,
that's
check
awesome.
it out, man. It's great. It's great, man. He is full of energy and man, take a minute. All you gotta do is take a minute and check out all these channels. Like I mentioned, Metarog 935 subscribers. Check him out. Let's get him over 1K. Alex Big Blue 132 subscribers on Instagram under the same name. Canadian Comic Collector 749. Check his channel out. The Lunchbox TV 152 subscribers on Instagram under the same name. And not only that, find them on TV, man. 10 p.m. Eastern time. Your local cable provider channel. So check it out, man. And oh man, comic guy, 163 subscribers. He sounds like that. It's great, man. Check it out, man. Check it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. God, man, that's a lot of damn talking. Hold on. Need some Red Bull.
Drink some coffee. Cheers. Salud.
Salud. Mi hermano. So let's keep it going here, man. I already mentioned this, mentioned that. It's just a bunch of stuff, man. I know there's a bunch of unrelated, not unrelated, but underrated characters of comic books. I know there's some favorite characters that we like a lot, but you know what? Got one. Oh, we got someone that wants to jump on here. He was on last night. I don't know. What do you think? How about
Yo, what up, my guys?
what is
Dylan?
going on?
Yo, I
Dylan
just
is
told you. I can't wait to check out some of your
for
stuff,
sure.
bro. I just hit 200 subs too, Rod.
Hey, congrats, man! Congrats.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yo,
Yeah,
boom,
man.
boom, boom. Congrats, brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Dylan's in the
that.
house, man. If you guys missed the show last night, we went almost, I think it was almost 3 hours last night, which I would never do again. I will never do again. And want to keep it going here. I know you just jumped on, but I gotta
All
do
right,
a
bro.
little rapid fire comics on the mind. Here it is, man. But before that, man, I hope you guys have a great holiday season. You know, it's coming up here with about a couple days. There it is. Whoa, dopeness. That is dope. And you know what? Enjoy your time with the families, man. Um, big hugs to all of them because I want to do that too. Hopefully, I get a chance to. It's just you guys know my situation and stuff like that. It's difficult, but you know what? The comic book community is here, and yeah, you know, just big hugs and loves and kisses to the whole comic book community and the holidays. Enjoy it, man, and happy holidays and all that good stuff. All right, but man, here it is. Here it is. Been notes, been writing all damn day, man. I'm writing stuff down here. It's crazy, man. You guys don't know. All right, man. If you got any rapid fire questions for our guests right now, comments on the mind in the house. Is it Eric, right?
Who, me?
Yeah. I
Oh,
just think-
Kirk. No, it's
I
Cap.
think a
My
Kirk.
real name is Kirk, like Captain Kirk.
I knew it was 4 letters. I just said it the wrong way. All right, so we got
It's all
Kirk in the
good.
house, man. Kirk in the house. This is it, man. This is it. This is rapid fire. Dylan, are you ready for this one too, man?
Always ready, brother.
All right, man. So, did you finish your shopping?
Yeah. My mom didn't though. She's still going at it now.
All right.
I got everything I needed to get though.
All right.
Yeah, me and my brother finished yesterday.
All right. That was
Yeah, same here.
that was quick. That was quick. We'll start off with we'll keep it with Kurt and drop down to Dylan. All right. Do you smell your old bronze, silver, or golden age comic books? When you get them, like you go to the shop, pick it up, you crack it open and smell it. I do it all the time. I learned that from watching the comic book men. That was a show on AMC. Ah,
Yes, I do.
it's nothing like it, man.
Yo, I sadly don't have too many older books. I want to do a bunch of long box like diving. What up?
Dude,
I'm doing
it's
something.
nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it. It's like a breath of fresh air, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
I be smelling the new ones from time to time just to see. I'm like, is this does it got that smell that the old ones I always hear about? But I gotta go long box hunting to get some old ones. I just don't got too many. I think I got like a old school railroad comic my dad gave me because he works for like the railroad. But I don't think I ever smelled that one. That one was actually like that one might be kind of funky. That one's real old.
You know what? You gotta
Funkier the
go out there
better.
and find some old bronze books and just crack it open and smell it. And right now, there's a question. Um, I know me and Kurt, we were talking favorite wrestler.
The Undertaker. Favorite tag team? The Dudley Boys. Get the table!
Get the tables. Well said. One of my favorite wrestlers, I would have to say all time, uh, Bret the Hitman Hart. You know, when no one could put that sharpshooter like he did.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite wrestler of all time, Dylan?
Yeah. I got one that always comes because I grew up with him. I ain't so crazy about him now because he kind of sold out to Hollywood. But John Cena was my dude. I grew up when and he was like chain gang coming out with the big chain and everything when he
Yeah, my.
customized the USA belt and everything. But I always liked Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. I like a lot of the old school guys like Undertaker, but John Cena got me really, really into like WWE when I was little.
Yeah.
So probably John Cena.
Yeah, John Ron Jeremy was a good wrestler. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Perry, thank you
John.
so much for bringing that out
Uh,
and letting the people know, man. I forgot about that wrestler, but I do have another question before we drop the last question. Your favorite comfort food? Comics on your mind, Kurt?
uh,
What you got?
quesadillas. Quesadillas. I don't eat meat like I'm a vegetarian. I know Californian vegetarian. Oh, but yes, I don't eat meat. But I just cook up some veggies, and then throw it into a quesadilla with a lot of cheese, and I'm good to go. That's my comfort food.
Wow, nice. So a bunch of veggies and a quesadilla. All right, nice. Did not know that. That's interesting to know. How about you, Dylan?
Probably man, I'm Italian, so I'd probably go with like some meatball sub or something. Just all, I
Yeah.
mean, I got a lot of comfort food, but I be on that time. Sometimes I'll be thinking like comics on the mind where I'll be like, I don't know if I'm feeling meat today, but then I'm like, man, I gotta have some meat. So meatball subs probably. So
Yeah.
I can whip up
Hey,
some good ones pretty quick too.
I don't hate on people that eat meat. I
Oh
still
man,
smell it. And it's
yeah,
because my dad is a butcher, so like I grew up on barbecue, so like
right,
I still barbecue, but I just don't eat it.
yeah. I just be getting sometimes. You ever get like, well, obviously because you are a vegetarian, but sometimes there's just days when like I'll eat like a meat sandwich or something. And I'm like, man, like I could go vegetarian right now. Like I just ain't feeling it. But then there's days where I'm like, I could never do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's just me though.
It's
Yeah, I feel
actually
it.
not.
And this
Healthy
is
way
my
to
second
live
time
though.
being a vegetarian, so I
Yeah,
yeah, definitely
they got a lot of new
take it
recipes
away, Rod.
nowadays too. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Rod.
Yeah.
Nah, you good, man. Actually, sometimes I went out there and I went to I know this is kind of bad because it's not the right way to do it, but I'll go to the frozen section. I'll see these like these veggie burgers and stuff like that. and I bought a pack. They were great.
I
They're
heard they are.
they're great. They came in this green pack, and you know what? You put some, lettuce or whatever. I don't like tomatoes or pickles, but I put some ketchup and mustard,
Oh,
and and it's the oh man, come on man. My wife be like, no, give me the damn pickle, give me the damn tomato. I just
that's me. Everybody gives me the pickle or the tomato, and I'm like, I'll take it.
I don't like it, but you know what? The burger, the veggie burger itself is good, and actually a salmon burgers are
Mm.
amazing, man. They're amazing. You put toppings in it, you cannot even tell that is a burger. So if you want to go that route, you can. So
I was thinking about doing seafood. Maybe every once in a while. I've been craving like crabs, going to like a crab feed. So I'm like, I don't know. And it's New Year's, it's close to New Year's, and everybody makes gumbo during New Year's. Like, so I'm like, I don't know. I might have to have some. I
Mhm.
don't know.
all right, it's just a bunch of people just in the house right now. I'm just gonna jump into the chat. I want to say, what is going on? Come ahead, 84. Kenny in the house. Kenny puts out great content. You know what? He is free. He is free, and he is free at last. Kenny, come ahead, 84. Thank you for hanging out. Comic Zombie, what is going on? Uh,
Zombro.
we got Comic Book Heroes Rob R in the house, and Metarog said arroz con pollo. Yeah, bro, arroz con pollo, man. It sounds good, man. It sounds good. Lady Fantastic. Sam Tangle's Web in the house.
Saying
What's
I
going
am.
on? Thank you for hanging out. And we got one more rapid fire question. This goes to Kirk. This goes to Dylan. And this may take a while. I'm sorry, guys, that we didn't really talk about our favorite characters or underrated characters, but I do want to say we got Metarog coming in at 935 subscribers. You can find him on Instagram. We have Alex Big Blue, 132 subscribers. Instagram, you can find him too. We got Canadian Comic Collector, 749. Let's get him to 800. We have the Lunchbox TV, man, 152 subscribers. Instagram under the same name. They do a live show on the East Coast. Find them, man. Check your local cable provider. And we got right now at number 5, Old Man Comic Guy, 163 subscribers. You can find me on Instagram. His voice sounds something like that. It's a no face channel, man. But all right, man. Here it is. Here it is to end the show. If you had a chance, if you had a chance to do anything, or meet anyone, Stan Lee or Jack Kirby.
Hmm.
Kind of hard, man.
That's a.
It is tough.
It's definitely
It's
a
a
tough
tough,
one.
but I know it just because I almost got to see him and I sadly missed him.
Damn.
You know,
I would have to go with Jack Kirby, even though I love Stan the Man. Got to go with Jack Kirby, like phenomenal artist, and he doesn't get a lot of the credit that he deserves, from Marvel. So, going with my
True that.
boy Kirby, Biggie,
Have him
Kirby,
sign
man,
that
Kirby.
Eternals for you 'cause you know that about the spike.
yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome with the movie coming. I'd go Stanley just because I was supposed to see him like a couple years ago, and he canceled. Like I don't get too many Comic Cons out my way in Ohio, but there was like a Wizard Con, and it was all about Stan Lee, and that was the whole reason I was going. And he actually canceled last minute because he was in that stage where he was getting sick and stuff. So that was just a huge bummer, but it's a tough one, man. That is the toughest question ever. That's the two Godfathers.
yeah, for sure. And you know what? The closest thing I've, it's like You know, I well, I say it because we're talking about Stan Lee and Kirby. That there's you can't touch these guys, man. So it's like I met Donnie Cates, I met Stan Lee, not Stanley. I'm sorry, Jim Lee, and it was a great experience, especially when I seen Jim Lee sign the books and stuff like that. Even though he smeared one of my signatures, but it's awesome. But Donnie Cates was is cool, but make sure if you're recording, give him a heads up. But those are the cool one of the coolest things that I experienced through the whole comic book things through my life, and that was recent. It's only a couple years, So
I hope I get to meet Donnie Cates, my all-time favorite writer right now, man.
Yeah, I slept on his Venom run. I'm
Oh,
sad.
that's my favorite run of the year, man.
That's a
That's
lot
like
of
my
people right
Grail run.
there. Yeah,
It's a great run, man. You got to get the trades. At least like that,
definitely.
those first couple, man. It's so good.
Yeah, I have the first issue, like the second print of the first issue, but besides that, I don't have any more. I'm gonna jump on to the Venom Island stuff, even though
Yeah.
people aren't really trying to mess with it. But I don't know.
Really?
I'm definitely gonna hop on it.
Yeah.
Is he still gonna be writing it, even though he's
Oh
going
yeah.
to Thor?
It's he's writing, but he's got a new artist because it was him and
Okay,
Stegman. It's Mark
gotcha.
Bagley. Mark Bagley, I believe, is coming on to do the arts. But Stegman, man, I mean, I'm gonna definitely enjoy seeing Bagley, but Stegman, man, he was like killing it. I mean, obviously you got the one issue, so dude, that artwork is like it's just so phenomenal. I really
Yeah,
like his style. I ordered the issue one like offline off Macari because I couldn't miss out on getting that
nice.
run. Dude, I'm so jelly.
I want
Biggie got
that.
Biggie
That
got
book
the
is
Silver
sick.
Surfer signed by him. Oh, you got two. Are they both signed?
no, just one,
Whoa, that's awesome.
just one
One to
sign,
read.
and yeah, pretty much. And actually, the one the one that's red is has more damage that to the one that's has not been read.
Oh
Do
man.
you guys have this book? If not, I'll send it out to you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have that one.
I do not have
Love
that
it.
one.
You don't have it,
No, I
Kurt?
don't have that one.
All right, to the side. It's going to you, brother.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you
that's
so
how we
much.
do, man. That's how we do. We
Yo,
gotta support the comic book community, man.
Oh, Borinkin, what's up,
better
my
tell
brother?
Donnie Cates you just got him another hookup on the Venom run.
Shout out to Donnie Cates.
Hell yeah, man. I know he's watching right now.
He's
I'm pretty
lurking.
sure he
Probably
is.
lurking in the chat.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat under a secret name, man.
Yo, he better be. I mean, I'm his biggest fan. I'll be bugging the shit out of him on IG.
Yo, man. Yo, right now, if you have any questions for our special guest, Kurt is the homie on Instagram, on YouTube, Comics on the Mind, because if you're reading comics, it's in your mind. And we have Dylan, comic book rants. He was in the house last night. He said he wanted to jump on again. This is how we do, man. If you want to jump on for a few seconds and talk about your channel, feel free to do it. But you know what? We're not going 3 hours this time, man. There's a football game going on. I got the Eagles versus Cowboys. Yo, man.
Philly gonna win it. I guess I know you a Philly fan.
You know what? I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. But my second oldest brother is a Dallas fan.
Ooh.
He grew me up as a Dallas fan. So my
Oh,
heart
okay.
is like this. So my oldest brother's like texting me, oh, we got to text each other, talk to each other throughout this game. I hear the game in the background. I don't know, man. I'm just like, I'm nervous. I'm freaking like, I don't know, man. Oh man, more the big shot fly, Eagles fly. I hear it in my head, Biggie, all day, all day.
Man, AI, he's one of my all-time favorite basketball players. Allen Iverson, You ever mess with him? Like when he was
I
a long
I
time
have
ago.
not met him. I did meet doing NBA Finals. Dikembe Mutombo. He was
Nice.
walking out of a ATM machine. I was crossing the street, and guy is like massive tall,
Yeah,
and
I
he
bet.
he walks out of the ATM machine like ducking his head down, and he had a good game that night. We won, and I stuck my hand out. I was like, "Thanks for the great game." He just said, "Thank you," and it was his whole hand covered like my. It was dope. Yeah,
I dude, he's a big dude. That's the
yeah,
one that be doing that every time he blocks you.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
not in
So
my house.
yeah. Oh, good God! What the heck Perry is saying here, man?
Oh, Perry, I love you, bro.
Oh man, I will put him on timeout, but I can't. Oh God! You know what, man?
Ah,
If you guys, all right, man. You know what? I'm gonna run down the chat, not the chat, but right now the channels again. Metarog, 935 subscribers. Metarog is one of the people in the community that's been there supporting everyone. You guys need to get him to 1K, man. Guys, awesome. Alex Big Blue, 132 subscribers on Instagram. Find him too. Canadian Comic Collector. We have a bunch of supporters from Canada and from across the pond. So you know what? Check them out right now. The Lunchbox TV, 152 subscribers. I don't even want to look at the chat, man. I just see all these smile faces. It's just all is off the rails, man.
You got Perry
look
and
what you
Biggie up
did,
in there.
Perry.
Oh man.
You made everybody smile.
And we got old man comic guy, 163 subscribers. You go find my channel. His voice is dope, man. Got some cool music in the background. With that being said, this is where I go and I tell you, let the people know. At first, we got
Oh, what up, everybody? It's your boy Mindshift, aka Comics on the Mind, and everybody here has comics on the mind. Um, I'll basically be lurking in everybody's like live streams like I usually do. I'm working on a show right now that some of you guys have probably heard me talking about. It's called Marvel Box. A little sneak preview. It's pretty much just gonna be about me trying to convince myself to come out my Marvel box or my comfort zone and talk about another way to talk about indie and like DC books for me because like I said I'm a huge Marvel fan. If you can't tell, Elva though, that is a DC book right there. But that's what I'm going to be working on. Still haven't put it together, but baby steps. But I'll be posting stuff on my Instagram like usual. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all from the bottom of my heart, and that's me.
all right, dope, dope, dope. And you can probably find him on Instagram out there in the park, hanging out, showing off his comic books. Dig that a lot. It's awesome, man. He's just hanging out there as a breath of fresh air, and in the I want to say the wilderness, but he's at the park and just hanging out, and that's pretty dope, man. And next we got Dylan. Let the people know.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan. You know I run Dylan's Comic Book Rants. You can find me on all social media under Dylan's Comic Book Rants, or you'll probably catch me lurking in one of these live streams. But I dropped a weekly pickups video, do TV show reviews, movie reviews. Just dropped my Star Wars Rise of Skywalker spoiler review. So, holla at your boy, man. I be dropping videos. I try to at least once a day. Sometimes I might skip a day, but if I don't, that next day I'll at least have 2 videos. So, just check it. Holla at your boy, man.
You know it, man. There it is, man. That is the show for today. I want to say thank you everyone for hanging out. We got Zaid Comics in the house. What's up, man? Thank you for hopping on the show at the very last minute. I want to say a quick shout out to the panel. Right now, you know who they are. They just talked about their channels and stuff like that. But not only that, the amazing chat that's been there since about 60 minutes ago. You know what? We really do appreciate your time. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, especially everyone that was on the show last night. The immortal Biggie Shat. He, I gotta call you, man. I gotta call you back. And yo, stay tuned for Buy Your Pass this Tuesday. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, glitter or duct tape. Combat Jabroni in the house. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Jabroni.
All right. Comic Triple Threat is in the house, man. That's pretty dope. And then like I said, man, Tuesday we got Buy a Pass. You know, it's gonna be Edwin the Comic Jabroni's birthday. That's his day. Ooh, yeah. We
Hell
will
yeah.
not be long on that show because he needs to spend time with the family. Oh yeah. And
Oh yeah.
don't worry, we will not take too much of your time. But with that being said, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Good night. Guys, stay there. But we're in the show right now.
Peace out.